For the past 11 years, St. James has hosted the Volleyball Slam. The gym may not be packed this time around, but the volleyball will be as good as ever. St. Thomas Aquinas and Washburn Rural are back, ready to face off in an early season showdown. It's the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum Sports. Welcome to St. James Academy. We're ready for our first match as Washburn Rural takes on St. Thomas Aquinas. Welcome to Lenexa alongside Nancy Dorsey, our host and coach at St. James. I'm Lee Fleisick. Well, these are obviously very different times, but it's very good to see you, even though it's through the plexiglass. We didn't know if this was going to happen or not. We didn't know if this season was going to happen or not, but here we are playing volleyball, and that's a very, very good sign.
Oh, man, it feels good to be in the gym, and so grateful for you guys for being here at the last minute, because we really didn't know this was even going to happen until like Monday. So I'm really, really blessed to be able to be here and play the game we love. So.
We're going to see two of the top teams in the country, let alone the state. Washburn Rural, the first thing we'll notice is players are wearing masks. What kind of challenge is that for a player, and what kind of challenge is it for you as a coach?
It's definitely challenging as a player, because they're used to being able to get in the middle and slap each other on the behind and tell each other good job, and they're not supposed to be touching. So no high fives, no getting in each other's faces. It's a little eerie. And then, from the coaching perspective, instead of giving them a high five on their way in and out of the game, we got to sanitize their hands. And, it's hard to communicate with something muffling your voice. So sometimes the mask has to come down as a coach so we can communicate to our players. But we just have to adjust. I think everyone's just grateful to be playing, so we're going to make the best of it. All
right, some great volleyball coming your way as St. Thomas Aquinas, number 8 in the country, takes on Washburn Rural, number 11. It's the St. James Volleyball Slam coming up next on Spectrum Sports. We're just about ready for volleyball here at St. James Academy. Nancy Dorsey, Lee Fleisick with you. You saw St. Thomas Aquinas earlier this week. What can we expect out of the Saints?
I mean, they're such a good team. They have two of the best left sides in the state, and they're just really dynamic. And they're just so good out of system. When the pass isn't good, they can still terminate. So that's a pretty deadly combination to have not just one of those, but two. And then they have a really good blocking team. Their right side's really strong as well. So they've got some power, definitely, but on the other side, there's an equal amount of power. I have obviously not seen Washburn Rural play quite as much as Aquinas throughout the years, but Bordewick always gets the most out of whatever he has. And this is a sizable team. They're pretty tall and they're pretty physical. So I'm really excited to see this matchup.
The starting lineups for the Junior Blues: Zoe Canfield is just a freshman. She makes it into the starting lineup. Taylor Russell, outside hitter. Lillian Ziegler, along with Caitlin Brogan, Brooklyn DeLay, Jada Ingram, and Katie Burrow. St. Thomas Aquinas, led by Sarah Eichenberry now. She got married in February, so congratulations. Somebody's having a great 2020. So
I know, I'm glad someone is.
She said that was actually before this all went down, so it was a good start to the year. She has done such a great job there at St. Thomas Aquinas, and I know you know this lineup very well. Caroline Vienne, we will see one of the best players in the country.
Yes, she's amazing. She's just, it's funny because she's kind of unassuming. You look at her and you think, okay, that girl hits the ball hard, but oh my goodness, she's just so smart. Her volleyball IQ is off the charts.
So St. Thomas Aquinas will be in the white, trimmed in blue. Washburn Rural in the black, trimmed in blue.
So this is new if you're watching at home. So we normally would go to the end line and then go to the net and shake hands, but we can't do that. So we just wave at each other. It's beyond bizarre, but I assume by the end of the season we'll just be used to it and it'll be our new norm.
Are you finding that the players adapt maybe even faster than the coaches and the adults do to the new situation?
In some ways, yes. I think kids are just, in general, adapt a little better than adults do. We're a little more set in our ways. But, I think there's some challenges they're trying to figure out how to, celebrate each other and support each other out on the floor. It's a weird vibe out there because you can't do the things you're used to doing. So it's a challenge.
Washburn Rural starts off with an ace. Zoe Canfield.
Starting out her volleyball career at the Slam with an ace, that's a fun way to get going. Canfield is a stud basketball player, too. She's going to be a dual sport athlete for Bordewick, who also coaches the girls basketball team there. So
another tough serve, and Washburn Rural up quickly 2-0.
It's uncharacteristic for Aquinas to start that way. They're a pretty solid passing team.
Dug out by Burrow. Nice dig from Ellie Smith.
There it is.
We'll see a lot of that probably this morning, won't we?
You most certainly will. And she's just so smart, and her vision is so good. But it helps that you can see on this replay how much she elevates. She gets up and hits pretty high and sees the court really well, so it helps her to execute.
BN steps back to serve now, down 2-1.
That's something Aquinas does pretty well on the right side there in the middle. Right side combo is block.
Looks like Taylor Russell got that one. Tipped over, scored for Aquinas.
There's that elevation and athleticism that helps Aquinas as well. Ava Martin really just kind of had to tip that ball over, keep it in play, and did such a nice job of staying out of the net.
Ava Martin with a big swing.
Great swing off those high hands. You know that, again, when you get up so high, when you touch, when you can dunk a basketball, that helps. You can see here she's just hitting off those high hands. The right side block just kind of floated a little bit. It's a great way to get a kill.
You told me Martin and BN can touch maybe 11 feet?
I know they can jump. I don't know for sure, but I know they can at least touch 10, and that means that they can get rim. So if they could palm a basketball, they could dunk. That's pretty impressive.
Ellie Smith lets that one go long, and Aquinas has jumped out to the lead here, 4-2.
That's something else BN does.
Nice pick up from BN.
So well is just, if you hit to that left back corner in there at Aquinas when she's in back row, it's getting dug.
Saints into the net. It'll be point Washburn Rural.
The Saints are running a 6-2, so their setter is always down. So any of those tight passes are sometimes a challenge for those setters to get up to the net, to release and stay out of that net. That's a huge block.
Looks like Goodnow got that one. Goodnow again.
That was like 3 in a row. She's got such good body control, and she's swing blocking, which there's not a ton of high school athletes that can do that really consistently. You can see she just penetrates the net so well. Again, that's against Delay, a really solid hitter, so she's got to be proud of herself with that one.
And swing blocking takes a great deal of precision and teamwork, doesn't it?
It does, and control, which a lot of high school girls just don't have control of their body yet. They're still getting that, so she's really impressive.
Horn fired wide, point to Aquinas. Reagan Anderson serves it up.
Another big block.
Aquinas block. Ava Martin, perhaps.
Yeah, their middle's doing a nice job right now of closing. And the outside block's just setting a really stable block for them. I would expect this next ball to go to Delay. Yep.
Covered there by Shank. Try it again.
There it is.
That time it gets through.
Yeah, that was a great swing. You could see her as she went up, just kind of looking at the defense, aiming at that line off those high hands. The right back was a little shallow. That deep corner always works.
Brooklyn Delay, a 6'1" sophomore.
She's a stud. She's going to have a really good volleyball career ahead of her. Also a three-sport athlete. She plays basketball and soccer, so I'd love to see that.
Delay.
She's got a heavy arm on her. I mean, that ball comes off her hand with some force. Her sister played for them last year, and they finished second in state, and She went off to play college ball, and now they still have a delay in the program, which I know makes them quite happy. You love those dynasty families where you're like, I'm going to get 3 of them. Yes. You know, it's like, I don't know if there's another one. For his sake, I hope there is. But
Scored for Ava Martin.
Ava Martin does that so well. She likes to hit that high 2 ball in the middle, and she hits so deep into that corner. It's so hard to defend.
Good hustle, 1. Thank you.
For folks looking on, you are allowed just a handful of fans here, families in the same household can attend, right?
Yeah, the idea is that if you live in the same house, you can have them come and attend your game, and you have to sit together and social distance, and as you can see in the crowd, everyone's in a mask. So we're trying to do, you know, from our perspective, everything that we can to make it so they can continue to play.
Delay with a big swing there. Brings it back to 8-7.
Uh-oh. Out of rotation, it looks like. I'm guessing, I didn't see it, but I'm guessing the setter maybe left too early. So that's one of the quirky things about volleyball, that non-volleyball people are like, what is that call? What's that out of rotation thing? It's you have to be to the left of someone and to the right of somebody else and behind someone. It's kind of crazy. It's hard to learn when you're first learning the sport.
And sometimes that setter will leave a little bit early, and sometimes it's overlooked, and other times it's not.
Yes, it's the down ref's job to catch that. Some of them are better at it than others.
Ava Martin with an ace.
Aquinas' game plan right now is to serve delay. I mean, I think she's passed almost every single ball that has been served across the net. You know, she's going to be their L1, the girl that's going to get a lot of balls. They want to take her out of system, make her pass the ball before she can swing.
Is that touched?
They called the net.
Yes, the net.
You hate to see that. The ball's hit out of bounds and then a net violation. It's like you get a freebie. Don't give it back to him. Porterwick's shaking his head. I feel you, buddy. I feel like as a coach, you're like, what are you doing? Stay out of the net. Just they're eager to block. That's all. Just very eager to block.
Nice pickup there from Anderson. Bien has a block.
Huge block. And
Jada Ingram.
Yeah, that was a great block. Jada Ingram, a freshman middle blocker, also plays basketball. So you got another dual sport athlete there. It was funny. Carolyn Bien came down and was kind of laughing, like she knew she was going to get blocked, and now she wants the ball again. Michaela Benanti trying to go for the finesse. Smart play, really, just didn't quite execute. DeLeo also has a really, she has a bomb of a serve. Ooh.
That one just a little too long.
I jinxed her. Oh no. It's such a huge part of our game is if you can serve aggressively, especially against a great team like Aquinas or a great team like Washburn, it really can get him a little bit out of system and then get him a little bit out of whack and can really kind of take over the game.
This is Ellie Smith to serve for Aquinas.
Creters was telling me, or Inkenberry, I'm never going to get used to that, that Ellie Smith is one of 40 cousins. I was like, holy Moses, that's a big family. She's ambidextrous. She throws the jab. I was like, I learned all kinds of cool things about her. Could you imagine having 40 cousins?
No.
I mean, how would you even know who they all are?
You have 5 kids. I think that's pretty amazing. That one wide from Washburn Rule. Aquinas will stay on top now, 13-11.
A lot of back and forth right now. That's to be expected kind of early in the season and everyone getting used to the new format, if you will. Kelsey Schenk is serving. Her dad used to be the volleyball coach at St. James Academy. No, sorry, not St. James Academy. I'm losing my mind. At St. Thomas Aquinas and is now a principal.
So it's back to Zoe Canfield. Chance to even things up. Tight to the net. Back too tight. We're even at 13.
That was that ball I was talking about earlier. And you have a back row setter and you set it really tight. Unless your middle drives, and in this situation, the middle was not driving, the only thing you can do is try to just one-hand it to your middle and hope that they're on time.
The end pounds away.
Ooh, I think that ball was out.
I know the Washburn fans feel that way.
Yeah, it looked out from where I'm sitting, but it was a tough one. It was definitely a tough call. I'd like to see a replay of it.
We'll go to a
see if I'm right. That one was definitely out. So really we're seeing a lot of hitting errors right now, where a lot of the points being scored are not necessarily on something that somebody's doing or executing. There's been quite a few hitting errors in the last few rotations. Team's got to get it out of their system.
Taylor Russell serves it up. That's a good one. Into the stands, and Washburn Rule is on top now.
That was a great serve in that deep corner. It's a really hard ball to pass. It's outside their body line. They have a live hitter, so live hitter is Balin to go swing. It's a great serve. There's that tight ball again.
Aquinas able to make something out of it.
Bordovic wants them to make that call. I think there was a net violation again. But that's kind of the play before that, where I said the middle wasn't present. That time she was present. That's really all she can do is try to set that middle. So you got to, as a middle, you have to be aware, like, I have to drive at all times, especially in a tight ball, and she did a good job of doing that.
That was Tatum McMurray, a freshman from Aquinas.
There's
Deanne got a hand on it.
She always gets a hand on it.
That one just long. And I tell you, I know you must feel the same way as a coach, but when you can't see the players' faces, even identifying the players or seeing their emotion, because so much of it is you can tell by the expressions on their faces.
Yeah.
It is really difficult, isn't it?
It is. My husband and I were talking about this the other day. It kind of makes everything feel a little bit like sterile, like robotic, like they're just little robots out there playing the sport. And they're not, of course. And they're having all that emotion behind the mask. It's just we can't see it. Or they call that a lift. Interesting. Betsy Goodnow tipped the ball, and the officials thought that was illegal. Let's see if we can. It's hard to tell in replay. I thought it was clean when it came out of her hand, but I'm not up on the stand, so. And I'm glad I'm not. They don't get paid enough as far as I'm concerned.
Off the tape and an ace. And now the Junior Blues lead by 3. And Sarah Eichenberry wants a timeout. We'll take a break as well here at the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum Sports. Back at St. James Academy for the St. James Volleyball Slam as Washburn Rule has stormed back to take the lead over St. Thomas Aquinas here in the opening set, 18-15. Lee Fleisick, Nancy Dorsey, the coach here at St. James, with you. What has Washburn Rule done here to take the lead and pull ahead?
They're really serving smart. Their serving game has been strong. They're keeping it away from Bien, which is the goal. Don't let that girl pass the ball. And they're serving the live hitter. So they're serving at Martin. They're serving at the other. Diaz is back there. Oh, yep. Trying to keep them out of system so that they're just a little uncomfortable. They have 2 freshman setters. So if you can make a freshman setter feel uncomfortable setting the ball, that's a good game plan.
Sophia Bond will step back to serve.
Sophia, one of the freshman setters. She used to be a left side, so it's great to see girls that can, pick up a new position and are just willing to do it and have the right attitude about it. There she is again.
Great pickup by Bien.
It's funny because she just kind of makes it look easy, like you're just very effortless. Look at that set. I mean, that's just ridiculous. She could set too, and she could very easily be their setter. There's another net violation. That was a great save by Tyler Culler for Aquinas there, going into the new socially distanced benches to save that ball. Nice.
That's down from Ava Martin.
That's a great cut shot. You know, that's just having a lot of experience. And Ava also plays beach, and you can see that her game has improved so much from being in the sand and having to be a little more creative with your attack. Nice.
Off the hands and down from Brooklyn DeLay.
Yeah, that's kind of the 1-2 punch. Ava Martin just did the same thing to them, and then DeLay did it right back. Just a smart play. Cuts it inside the block. Makes it hard for the defense to get their feet there. Great execution by DeLay.
She'll go back to serve now.
Bordwick. I love to watch him. He cracks me up. Those are the kind of errors as coaches that you have a lead, you're going back there, you're a great server, you know you can get them out of system, like you got to serve it in. But she's been taking on a lot. They've served her every ball. She's getting a lot of the sets. She's got a lot on her plate out there.
Right back. Tatum McMurray closing the door.
Yeah, that
Bien was there as well.
A great block by...
I think that was Bien.
Yes, it was Bien and the freshman Tatum McMurray together. It's a great tandem block. Another good pass by DeLay.
Good block there from Taylor Culler.
Caught a little off guard there. The Lady Blues.
Now it's Washburn Rural that wants a timeout as we're even at 20. We'll take a quick timeout and come back to the conclusion of this exciting first set. The St. James Volleyball Slam here on Spectrum Sports. Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. Back here at the St. James Volleyball Slam, we're even at 20 here in the first set. St. Thomas Aquinas to serve.
Nice serve.
It's an ace.
That thing was dropping hard. We have just a perfect spot to see that. Ellie Smith with the ace, man. That was an impressive serve. It dropped really, really quickly when it crossed the net.
I'll take Aquinas into the lead. Off the tape. Another ace. Now Aquinas by 2.
Pass and serve. At the end of the day, it always comes down to pass and serve. If you can pass and serve in system, you can beat just about anybody.
Smith with a hot hand. Now Aquinas 2 points away from this opening set. Washburn Rural wants a timeout. To talk it over, the Saints 2 points away from taking the opening set. We're back to see it right after this. The St. James Volleyball Slam here on Spectrum Sports. All right, St. Thomas Aquinas serving. This is Ellie Smith, 2 points away from the opening set. McMurray was there. Washburn Rural with a good job to save it.
Yeah, that was a nice save by Zoe Canfield.
Bien will get a swing.
Nice.
Set points now for the Saints.
Great high swing. See, that's one of the things that she does so well is that you can see, obviously, she elevates, but she sees those corners. And you get hit in those corners, it's very hard to defend that.
What did your blockers say? What are we doing wrong?
She's just hitting over you. You can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Grow a few inches, maybe.
Hit a growth spurt between the first and second sets. That one's just long. 1 set point saved by Washburn Rural.
Great run there by Smith with her serve. The nice thing about rally scoring is it's never over. 24-21, you still can come back. Got to be aggressive from the line.
Jada Ingram to serve. Tough ball to handle. Washburn Rural saves the second set point.
And that's the key, is if you can get Aquinas to have to pass the ball tight, it makes it a lot more difficult for the setters to manage. Nice serve again.
Ellie Smith was there.
There it is.
but a birthday ball. That's Lizzie Ziegler.
I love
Puts it away.
That's my favorite saying ever, a birthday ball.
I stole it from you.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. The birthday ball, of course.
3 set points saved by Washburn Rural. Aquinas will have another when we come back here at the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum Sports. Back at the St. James Volleyball Slam, Washburn Rural still facing a set point here. They've saved 3. Jada Ingram to serve.
They certainly kept it exciting. Serve anybody but her. Go.
Nice save from Taylor Russell. Bien puts it down. First set goes to the Saints.
When you want to finish, that's who you give the ball to. Great finish by Bien. That was exciting.
St. Thomas Aquinas takes that opening set, and good action. I mean, you thought that this could go either way, and that was a tight first set.
Yeah, I think if they could just eliminate both teams, some of the errors and some of the serve-receive issues, I think it could be even more exciting in the second set. Now, this is another change leaf. If you've noticed, they're not switching sides. So because of COVID and because of all things sanitizing, we're keeping everybody on the same bench. That's one of the rules at the state, so they won't switch sides.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
And you and your staff have done such a great job. I saw them before the match sanitizing every seat, sanitizing the volleyballs. I mean, you're doing everything possible to make sure that action continues and you have a volleyball season.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just these kids have been through a lot. You know, as adults, I think we have a little better coping mechanisms for the weirdness of quarantine and 6 months of, being not working in a normal fashion, or maybe for some of us not working at all. And these kids don't have, they're not fully formed adults, so they don't have as many coping mechanisms. And for me, I just felt like we needed to try to do this for them, to give them something normal, something sort of normal. It's not as normal as we'd like, but getting them out on the court is just, I think, for their mental health, for their physical health, so important. So we're really grateful that we're getting the opportunity, and we're going to try to enjoy every moment as long as it lasts.
This is a strange setting, if you will. This gym is always packed for the volleyball slam. I mean, and the crowd is electric, and especially for your matches, you have such a great student section and such great support.
Yeah.
Will that be strange this year to go through that and not feel that energy, perhaps?
Yes, I think definitely. It definitely takes away some of the joy of, the event. It's part of it is it's so great that it's televised, and that's one piece, but the other piece is the environment. For a lot of these kids, they won't play in an environment like that ever again. A lot of colleges don't get great support. So even if they go on to play at the next level, unless they're playing at a really high level with great fan support, that might be the only time they ever play in front of a crowd like that. And it's really special. So that element's definitely missing. I was laughing to myself earlier. I can hear their shoes. Normally you can't.
This is what we see
every
every
year.
year.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. The roller coaster. You gotta love it.
And hopefully we'll see that again very soon, because it truly, this is one of the great venues. I think of any sporting event you'll see in Kansas City is when you are playing volleyball in front of your student section. I mean, it really is special.
Thank you.
And the second set is underway. St. Thomas Aquinas serving.
Nice up.
Able to save it momentarily. Bodies on the floor. That was Kelsey Shank trying to keep it up. But
yeah, she had it. That was awesome. That was a great little up right here. You can see off the block. That's a difficult one. A little collision there.
Washburn Rural takes the early lead. Nice ball there to Tatum McMurray. And the freshman takes it cross court.
Thank you.
You got to love her athleticism. Just a freshman, playing middle, such a hard position. There's so much transitioning in the middle, and she did a great job running that slide and getting that side out. I love that the ref tells them good hustle when they go shag the ball. I love it. Just positivity all around.
Bien serves. Delay with the swing. Bien is there. Too strong from Ava Martin.
That right there is what I mean by out of system and being able to score. I mean, that Bien, she dug a really hard driven ball, but it was super high, and Schenk had to take it with her platform, and she was behind the 10-foot line, and Ava can still score. There's not a ton of outsides that can swing, take a full swing on a ball that's that out of system. That's what gives Aquinas really an edge.
You said if you could find one outside that could do that, you'd be pretty special.
Yeah,
and Aquinas has at least two.
They have two. Really, really good outside hitters, yeah.
So Katie Burrow will serve it up for Washburn Rule. Again, Aquinas took the opening set 25-23.
Another missed serve. That's just killing. I mean, as a coach, you know, those are things. Just keep it in play. Keep it between the antennas and let them make the mistake. If they score because they hit a great ball and we can't, you know, defend it, that's okay. But we at least give ourselves a chance to play with them. Nice pass by DeLay.
DeLay finds an opening and puts it down. She is really doing hard work, isn't she? They are serving to DeLay to make to make her work harder and try to put them out of system, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's their L1, so she's going to get the most balls, and Aquinas knows that. I mean, they've done their homework, so they know to serve her and keep her. It's a little bit harder when you have to pass and then go transition and hit. So they're just trying to make her job a little bit tougher, and they're doing a good job of it. But she's responding really well.
Good block that time from Canfield. DeLay.
Nice up.
Nice dig from Anderson. Still alive.
It's great hustle on the Saints.
Bien is on the floor.
There it is.
Ava Martin puts it away. Great point.
That is deflating. You know, when you're the Lady Blues, you make a great play. You have this great swing, and you just have an outside out there that can put the ball down. I mean, that is aggressive and is going to swing, go out swinging. That was a great rally.
Aquinas with the lead and serving now. Sophia Bond.
Nice.
DeLay.
That was fun. They're smiling behind the masks. That was a great swing. I mean, she just elevated and got up there, and that was a great set by Canfield as well. Ooh.
Cross court.
Washburn Rural is in a rotation defense, and so right now, basically, their setter comes up behind the block when the outside is hitting for tip, and then there's two people that kind of split the back row, and I think they're having trouble with those lanes right now because Aquinas hits the lane so well, those sharp angles.
Ava Martin with a good serve. Blocked there.
Blocks out.
Ascuzzi got there, but wide. So 5-all.
This team is young. Russell, a sophomore. You've got a freshman middle. You've got freshman setter. The Blues are just going to keep getting better and better and better.
Another rotation violation for Aquinas.
I think it was the same one.
And it's literally just a foot, right? You have to a foot behind
it's 1 foot.
Another foot.
Yep. That one makes coaches crazy. What in the world?
Washburn Rule sends it back, so we're even at 6.
Thank you.
Here's Ellie Smith, who had a really nice service run in that opening set. Contact called on Washburn Rule.
Nice. It's really amazing how well they have served her. I don't remember anyone else passing the ball.
DeLay with a nice dig. Burrow keeps it alive. Bien will take a swing.
Nice up.
Good dig there from Brogan. This time, it's Color who comes flying in.
Color is a great option back there. She's got a heavy arm. She's smart. She's a senior. She's a 4-year player for Aquinas. It doesn't hurt to have a right side that you can just throw the ball up to, can also terminate.
Just long from Ellie Smith. Washburn Rule back within 1. Zoe Canfield will serve it.
we need to not be serving her. That's the biggest issue.
That ball is down.
Yeah, that ball was in. There looked to be some confusion about that, but it was definitely in. Sometimes when you have a passer like Beyond back there seems to be like a magnetism towards her platform. Like, no, don't serve her. Bad idea.
Good job dumping it over Zoe Canfield.
Yeah, a little
the freshman.
Tricky little play there. I like it. They definitely caught them by surprise. I think it's the first time she's done it too, so you got to keep them on their toes.
Hayden McMurray, the freshman who's made her presence felt in this match.
She has. She likes to go off 1 foot. She's definitely good at it. That seems to be her bread and butter.
So the serve will go back to BN.
They say the slide is the hardest ball in the game to defend at the collegiate level, at any level. And I would say that's true.
I'll tell you, Taylor Susie at KU was
oh my
good
gosh,
as I've ever
yeah.
seen anybody.
She was
It was like poetry in motion.
She was so quick and athletic. It was just kind of fun to watch. It was very seamless.
Washburn Rural with a chance to tie it up. Katie Burrow serves it.
Ooh, that was not legal.
Nice dig from Burrow. Can't dig it out of the net.
This is every single year an issue with coaches and officials is the double. There's a lot of discussion about, it's not called very often, and it should probably be called more, but I think people are uncomfortable calling it because they're not exactly sure. It's just kind of one of those judgment calls.
You saw it immediately.
Oh, immediately.
And sometimes it's the sound, sometimes it's just the way the ball comes out.
I mean, it's 1-2. You know, it's in one hand and then the other. And I'm also behind her. I have a better angle at it, maybe, perhaps, but it was absolutely a double. But it's probably, as a coach, the most frustrating call that's not made.
Ava Martin puts it away for Aquinas. And again, the Saints are up by 2.
When you can side out like this, Aquinas is a great side out team. They pass pretty well, and then they have a great option up there at all times. They can put a ball down. So it's dangerous when you're the team serving. You have to really be aggressive and try to get them as out of system as possible.
Lay dug out there by Anderson. Martin with a big swing. Martin again. Taylor Russell did a nice job digging the first one out, but there was no chance on the second one.
No, that was a great angle. Outside her body on that sharp angle. There's the Martins, Ava Martin's parents, her husband, her dad. Chris played basketball at KU. He's got some athleticism in that family.
It's a good place to start, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
So we'll see Brooklyn DeLay step back to serve.
Again. I should just start watching because I'm looking at the serve, so I'm not seeing it. Setter left early. Nice up.
Dig there from Burrow.
Go.
Taylor Russell off the hands. We're even at 13.
It's a great swing. I think if Rural can just do a better job of kind of just keeping the ball in play and giving him second and third chances, they can really make a run on the Saints. Nice set.
Aquinas.
That ball's going out. Nice.
Ava Martin.
She's so good. I mean, if you're a volleyball-minded person, you know that ball's going out. You know, you're just send her middle. Just go. Let everybody else just have one block. Just go and at least make her have to think a little bit harder about her attack.
Russell through the block.
A kill's a kill's a kill. We don't care what it looks like if it hits the ground.
Lillian Ziegler into the match for Washburn Rural. This will be Jada Ingram. hands of Russell, out of play, so scored for the Saints.
Good swing by Color there off hands. High school blocking is such a, if you can learn to just use hands, you can score every time, because there's just so few high school blockers that are really disciplined on the outside, that really turn that outside hand in and penetrate the net. There's always hands there that you can swing off of.
Nice pickup from Martin, but it falls to the floor.
That was a great corner shot by Lillian Ziegler, just a sophomore. Just have a host of sophomores playing for the Lady Blues. This is a really good volleyball team, and I think as the season goes on, they're just going to keep getting better and better.
Zoe Canfield serves it up. One of those talented freshmen.
There it is.
There's your call.
We got that call that time. The fans are like, finally. That's not nice. That would be nice.
So now it's Washburn Rule with the lead.
See, that one is not a judgment call. It's very clear. There's just some that aren't as clear.
Delay with the dig.
Oh,
Still alive. We're even at 16.
That's a communication error, you know, that setter's going for the ball. Would have been easier for the libero probably just to take it, give her a break, but setter's being a setter. That's my ball. Get out of my way. You gotta love the initiative.
Kelsey Shank serves. It's a good one.
Yeah, it was.
A great pickup from Katie Burrow.
Just barely went over.
Bien is blocked.
There it is.
Lillian Ziegler turns it back.
Lillian Ziegler and Caitlin Brogan there on the right side. You gotta love that. That was a huge block. I think when you can block Carolyn Bien, you celebrate.
Put that one in the scrapbook,
yeah,
probably,
she's not hitting over you, she's not hitting around you. Oh, for the love of the Lord. Again.
I've got that 4 times now.
At least. All right, I'm just gonna watch this time. Sarah's shaking her head like.
I believe she said 15.
She said 7, but
I'm not
7, seeing
okay.
a 7 out there, so
I thought she said
7.
That's the problem with the mask. I thought she said 15. Delay is dug
there
out.
it is.
Another swing. Ziegler puts it away again.
Another
Washburn
birthday
Roll
ball.
has the momentum.
Gotta love the birthday ball. Those are so fun. Even still, like I get excited when I see them.
Aquinas will take a timeout as they trail here in the second set, 19-16. This mirrors a little bit of what we saw in the opening set where Washburn Rule made a charge and came back. What are they doing to get back into this match now?
You know, they've been a little bit more in system. They're making some good plays at the net. They're blocking some balls. I think that, you know, if you can block Aquinas, if you're just at the very least slow it down for your defense, it's going to make give you a huge advantage. So they need to go back to the line and keep serving aggressive, keep the pressure on. But when you have Ava Martin, Carolyn Bien, and Tyler Culler, and you know all these girls that can side out for you, it's daunting because there's just always somebody out there that can swing. So I like Aquinas, the Saints' poise. You know, they seem very like calm and like we got this, we're good. I think that's really important when you have a really good team to have that poise. Sometimes you don't have both. You know, you have the talent, but you don't have that calm demeanor. Nice serve.
Taylor Russell with a great serve tied to the net. And Washburn Rule is to 20.
So every time they have served tough and they've passed tight, it's resulted in a point for the Blues. So they got to keep the pressure on. That's how you beat this team. Another good serve. There it is.
The end. It's long.
You don't see that very often. But expect her to get the ball again. She'll come up the middle and hit it too. Oh, got the middle. Nice.
Nice pick up there from Burrow, but Washburn Rule unable to save it.
I love the cue there with our freshman middle, Tatum McMurray. She was a little late and knew her feet weren't there, so she just dropped it right over the block. Inside the 10-foot line, that's just a great volleyball play.
And we'll serve it up. Down 4.
Nice set.
That's Lillian Ziegler.
That was a great set. I mean, it was a really good decision. Everybody thought that ball was going out. Surprised the block.
Well, Canfield for a freshman is pretty impressive, isn't she?
She's a really good athlete, and she's so strong. Not a lot of freshmen are that physical. That they're able to play at this level and at this pace. Sometimes it's just the pace of the game that gets a freshman, and she's just fitting right in. There it is again. That slide she likes so much.
Burrow with a good dig. They'll go outside this time. Ava Martin.
Nice. So that ball, it's just incredible. The block is so early for the Blues, and that's what he's telling them right now is slow down. Like, she jumps so high and hits so high, you almost have to, you think this is when I'm going to go up, wait a whole second or a second and a half, and then go up.
She's got a little hang time, too.
She's catching them on the way down.
Good pick up there by Goodnow. Blocked out of play. It'll be point Saints.
Jada Ingram, freshman middle blocker for the Blues. She was there, totally elevated, but she just did not rotate her hips, so her hands were just facing out of bounds, and Martin took advantage of that.
Reagan Anderson serves it up.
There's delay passing again.
Missed time there from the Washburn Rule side, and now Aquinas is within 2, and Washburn Rule wants a timeout.
For the Blues, the ball's got to go to delay right now. There's just that's where it has to go, and she's passing out of middle back, and I think, Canfield wanted to set her, but maybe felt a little uncomfortable. So delay has got to be, and this is where the masks come in play. It's like you want to say scream for the ball, like you need to get the ball, Brooklyn. You're the only option right now, and she may have been doing that, but it's hard to hear, and it's hard to see up here if that's happening or not. But that's the challenge. That's just one of the many challenges of playing like this. But like I said, we should just be grateful we're getting to play it all. So.
We are happy to be back in action. Brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. Thank you to our hostess as well, Nancy Dorsey. Great to have you with us and bringing this volleyball action back together. This is a good one, just as you predicted.
Yeah,
two of the best teams in the country, let alone the state. St. Thomas Aquinas will serve it up, down 2. Reagan Anderson. The Saints took the opening set. Tough pass to handle. And now Aquinas is within 1.
Been a lot of communication errors on the side of the Blues, and I know I can see, Coach Bordewick is frustrated by that. But he's got to see a lot of promise in this team and feel really good about where they're headed. There it is.
DeLay gets a swing. Bien is there. Ava Martin. Burrow with the dig. Bien sends it over to Martin. That's a pretty good combination.
It's not a bad one. The fact that she's just like back setting that ball.
Whatever you need.
It's like, whatever, no problem. And then, like I said, that's a totally out of system play. And she just crushed that ball. So it's really frustrating when you're on the other side of that when you've got people who can hit that well out of system.
DeLay gets it past Bien. And Washburn Rule takes the lead.
That was a power swing. They need to stay in this rotation and keep delay up. And she needs to get the ball. This is a feed the beast moment. Like, give her the ball. You need to tell freshman Jada Ingram to drive, try to draw a block. That was out.
The lefty from Goodnow is long. And now it's set points for Washburn Rule. Aquinas will take a timeout.
I think one of the things that's really standing out to me is the veteran versus the young team. There's definitely some youth over on the Aquinas side, but their strongest players are veterans. They've been there for 4 years or 3 years, and they've been playing. They played in state championships, and they feel calmer and a little bit more poised. Whereas the Blues, you can tell they're young and they're a little nervous, and you see those nervous plays, those lack of communication plays, and that's kind of standing out. But they have so much talent; they're still able to to fight against a really talented, really poised team. So I'm excited to see how this one turns out.
It's easy to forget that DeLay is just a sophomore. We're seeing on the floor right now. You may need to go the rest of the season and not see hitters as good as these on the floor. So it's really been enjoyable to watch. Brooklyn DeLay playing a great match for Rule. Caroline Bien, of course, and Ava Martin for St. Thomas Aquinas. All right, set points now on the serve of Washburn Rule. Again, tied to the net. And that'll do it. We're going to a third.
Bordewick is not happy. He's happy they won the set, but he really wants that double to be called.
He's going to have a word with the officials as well as we go to break. It's Washburn Rural coming back 25-22 in the second set. We're going to a third when we come back to the St. James Volleyball Slam. We're going to a third set here between Washburn Rural and St. Thomas Aquinas. Lee Fleisick, Nancy Dorsey with you. We will see Nancy's St. James Thunder team here coming up. What do you expect out of your squad? You've seen them play twice.
I have. You know, it's going to be another one like this. Spring Hill is really talented. They have all their girls back. They lost one player last year, so they have their whole squad returning. We're the opposite of that. We lost 6 returners, all of whom played. So it'll be interesting. We're really excited to just be, like I said, be here, be on the court, and play a good team. I'm a big believer in you have to play the best to be the best. So.
You have never shied away from playing a tough schedule, and a couple of national championship banners up there will tell you that pays off, I guess.
It does, yeah, it definitely does. And I think it's just that's how you get better. That's how you learn what you have to get, what you have to improve.
Do you get a ring for every one of those state championships? You're at the fingers now, aren't you?
Not yet. I wish.
Not
9, yeah. I wish it was, yeah. We're not going to go there. I would like to have my hands full. I do, and they just give me one. It's like I'm ever going to wear it. You know, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe some coaches do, but I just think it's strange to me. So they're in.
So
you
don't wear the championship ring. There's all your players of the year. You had a couple of national champions in NCAA as well with Fitzmaurice and Gray. What a great collegiate career they've had.
Oh my goodness, they have now playing professionally, and we've had some really great volleyball players come through here, and even better people. And I'm just really grateful that I get to be their coach and their mentor. And now as they grow into adulthood, their friend. They're having kids, and it's so weird. It was funny because we're talking about the dynasty. So Paige Brown, one of the names on that Gatorade Player of the Year banner, is a setter, and I coached both of her sisters. And then she now has 2 daughters, and I'm like, oh yeah, baby. I'm like, we can maybe get another Brown setter up in my program. That would be real nice.
You'll be here to see it, I'm sure.
And Gray, her older sister, Rachel, who played for us, it was a stud and went to Virginia. She just had a daughter, and her husband is a football coach here. And he was coming in the other day. He's like, she has really long fingers. I'm like, yes, that's what I want to hear. That's the kind of information I need. Get those families back through here.
Well, congratulations on all your success and everything you've accomplished here at St. James. It really, truly is remarkable when you look at the records and the accomplishments of your players, and not only that, but great young women as well. So
Thank you.
Just a pleasure to be around. We've got a good one here. Third set coming up. Washburn Rural serves it up. Right-hand side of your screen. Service error will give Aquinas in the white the lead here in the third set. Third and deciding set. Caroline Bien will serve it up for the Saints. A little too long from Ava Martin.
Haven't seen that too much from her. She's really done a good job of keeping the ball in play and letting Rural make the mistakes.
This is Taylor Russell.
There it is, that slide again.
I believe DeLay got that one. Nice. Martin with the swing.
Oh.
Try to get it to DeLay.
There was all kinds of illegal things happening in that play.
I could bury one of the double hit there.
Yeah.
Nice dig from Burrow.
I love this freshman's confidence. She's like, set me the ball.
Burrow with a diving save.
It's getting dug every time by Bien.
Ava Martin.
Yes.
Nice dig from Taylor Russell.
Oh, God.
DeLay pushes it over. Washburn Rural wins the best part of the match.
That was so much fun. That is why I love the game of volleyball. If you can watch that and not be excited, then I really just don't want to know you. Okay, look at that, just defense, one-hand dig there, and this super tight ball made me nervous. She went up and finished.
And an ace from Russell. And Washburn Rural out to a 3-1 lead here in the third. That serve goes long. Abby Smith watches it fly by.
We're not having the usual issues of when you call a ball like that that's out, is a lot of times there's so many people in here and there's so many fans you can't hear it. So they're passing balls that are out. At least we don't have that problem. Look on the bright side. God, she's done a great job passing. I mean, she's getting picked on.
That's Lillian Ziegler.
I have to say, I love that Brooklyn DeLay gets to play all the way around. A lot of times when you're young and you're tall, you get pigeonholed into you're just a hitter. And I love that she's getting to play all the way around. She did it last year as a freshman, and that gave her so much confidence to do it this year. So I think that's huge. And tip my hat to Borderwick for making that decision.
They can't turn that one back into the court. We point to the Saints. Great skills, just good volleyball skills, doesn't she, DeLay?
Yeah, she's a really good all-around player, and she's only a sophomore, so imagine how good she's going to be when she's a senior.
Sophia Bond.
Oh, my word.
Low serve.
That was also not legal.
They put away. Is that done? Yes. Scored for the Saints.
That was a great swing by Michaela Benanti Jr. She's ranked first in Kansas for Sandwin. She's a twin. And she's just a smart player. Just knows her role, keeps the ball in play.
Dumped over again.
Nice. I like the confidence in Canfield as a freshman. She's got DeLay up. Like, you have a power beast of a hitter, and she takes the ball. I love that.
Aquinas knows that, right? I mean,
yeah.
They're keying.
That's why it worked. Nice hustle.
Good job by Bond to get that ball up.
Nice up.
Bien digs that one. Ava Martin. Good night.
That was an awesome play. And really, I mean, great swing by Martin, but that doesn't happen if Bien's not back there with a perfect dig off of a heavy swing. Just the key really is DeLay's got to keep it out of left back. I mean, now that Bien rotated up, so when she's back there, you can't hit it at her. She's going to dig you. Oh, that was also a double.
Bien finds the court. Now it's Aquinas with the lead.
That was a great leave by Bien. Super smart. That's what makes her, separates her. Her IQ.
We're even at 6.
Nice serve.
DeLay.
That had some heavy drop on it, didn't it? It just dropped.
Floor dropped right out of it.
Yeah. That's the best kind of serve. A little float that just
Sometimes
dies.
It's not the power. It's, yeah.
Yes. I think the float serve is so much harder to pass than a topspin ball. Nice swing.
Good swing.
That is a great swing by Michaela Benanti, junior middle hitter. Just right in that corner. Smart. She's not, your prototypical middle. She's not your 6'1", long and tall kind of gal, but she does a really good job in the middle of keeping the ball in play and making good decisions and closing the block.
Benanti's a nice compliment to their outside hitters as well, isn't she?
She does a nice job.
DeLay takes it again.
Nice. Smart.
Jada Ingram.
Gotta love that wisdom there from the freshman. She saw it. You could just see her when she went up looking like, oh yeah, that's there. I'm gonna take it. I tell my girls all the time, I don't care if you ever hit a ball harder on the 10-foot line. If you hit smart, you can score every time you go up. Just you have to have some vision for the court. And some kids have it and some don't, and some can learn. And that was a good block. Slowed it down.
Ziegler got a hand on that one. As Taylor Russell puts it away.
Nice swing by Russell. She's got a heavy arm too. You spend a lot of time talking about DeLay, but Russell got kind of overlooked there for a little bit. That's a great swing down the line. She's got a heavy arm. Also a sophomore.
Well, yeah. Bad news for you coaches.
Seriously, it's crazy. That was a nice set.
McMurray.
She's really come alive in this game. When we played them on Tuesday, she didn't get a lot of opportunities to swing, and I've enjoyed watching her really, produce for them.
She was waiting for it, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She wanted it.
She's doing a great job.
Gussie Shank will serve it. Our Saints down 1. Tough ball for Bien. It's Washburn rule by 2. Back to Zoe Canfield. Russell got a hand on it.
I tell you what, I'm impressed. Tatum McMurray is doing a great job, and she just shows no fear. I love that. I love that she's obviously an athletic girl, and she's strong, especially for a freshman. You don't see a lot of freshmen with that kind of strength, but man, she's not afraid, which I love. That has to come from the upperclassmen on our team giving her confidence.
Tough play there for Shank.
Shank is another three-sport athlete. She plays volleyball, basketball, and softball. You know, I love to see that. There's a ton of them in this game, especially on the blue side. There's almost, I would say, 3/4 of their team plays basketball as well, and quite a few play soccer or softball. It's not common anymore. Go.
That's McMurray again.
Nice job. She can walk off the court feeling good about herself right now. She's done an awesome job.
All right, this is Reagan Anderson.
Oh. Sometimes that happens. It's just a weird.
Something I've noticed too, wearing a mask is it changes your depth perception.
It
a little
does
bit too. It's like you don't see as well as you do without the mask. And now a rotation violation called on Washburn rule. Puts Aquinas up 12-11. Another good serve.
No, she didn't jump. They call it, she is in the back row, so Zoe Canfield took the second ball over. I would need to see it again, but it didn't look like her feet left the ground, so that should not be a back row tap. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they did. Okay, so I missed that.
Delay.
Nice. She's really good there out of the middle. And that two ball, nice high ball. She had a fully formed closed block, but she hit on the seam of it. Smart, good court vision.
Back to Katie Burrow. Washburn rule side down one.
Go. Nice hustle.
Nice pickup from Russell. Ava Martin.
Nice play by Canfield. Not there, anywhere but there. Just anywhere but there.
Delay.
Oh man, was it in? I did not see it. Oh, she called a net. Oh darn it, that was exciting. You hate on those exciting plays for there to be any kind of violation like that. Oh yeah, it looks like she was in the net on the press.
So we're even at 13. Another tough ball to handle there from Shank. Tied to the net, and it's Washburn rule.
Yeah, that's definitely been how Rural scored a lot of points. Serving aggressive, keeping them out of system. Have those back row setters have to take that tight ball. Nice serve.
Off the tape. Canfield. So we're even at 14.
This is certainly exciting.
Did you expect anything less from two of the top teams in the country?
No, this has been a great match.
Sophia Bond now to serve.
Delay. I mean, I'm just so impressed. Nice up.
Block.
The Blues did a great job there of trying to get a second swing at it. And it was a good swing, just a great block by Martin.
Monty was there as well. Now it's Aquinas in the lead. Not a lot of room there for delay.
No.
And now it's the Saints by 2.
We need to have delay swinging right now. She needs to go when you have that kind of arm. You gotta swing. Go out swinging, girlfriend. Oh,
Off
man.
the tape for an ace. Bond will take it.
That's a lucky roll. I mean, I still can't get past that rule. I hate it. It changed. I don't even remember when it changed, a while back. It used to be a misserve if you hit the tape. I prefer that. I don't like to win or lose a game that way, you know?
We'll talk about future rule changes when we continue here at the St. James Volleyball Slam on Spectrum Sports. Back here at the St. James Volleyball Slam. Aquinas has jumped out to a 17-13 lead here in the third and deciding set. Tough ball to handle, but Washburn Rule keeps it alive.
Nice.
Tyler Culler.
Culler getting excited about that one. You know, they were down for quite a while there, and it was looking a little scary, but, you know, when, like I said, you have pin hitters that can really put a ball away on either side of it, and their middles have really produced well for them today for the Saints, so there's not been one girl out there that has made too many errors.
Double contact call on Washburn Rule. The Saints down to 5-point lead.
Yep, you just leave that for her.
Block out of play. Washburn Rule ends the run. Expect a heavy dose of delay here.
Yes. And she's going back next rotation, so they need to stay where they're at here. Tight ball.
Burrow with a nice pickup.
Nice save.
Good save there from Brogan. That one finds the corner.
That's so smart. I mean, that's just volleyball IQ. She's doing such a good job. She knows I don't have to go get the 10-foot line kill. I need to keep the ball in play and put it somewhere smart, and she's done a great job with that today.
Benanti with the key point there, and an ace will make it 21-15 and a timeout from Washburn Rule. And perhaps a little bit of the experience of St. Thomas Aquinas showing through here.
Certainly, yeah. And you can just tell they're poised. They stayed calm this whole time, even after they lost the second set. And that's what the Blues will have to work through this season, is just getting through that being young, right? And having young setter and having really young everybody. Everyone out there is, for the most part, a freshman or sophomore. And working through that and learn to trust each other a little bit better. That's one thing I think the mask is really making more challenging, is just getting to know each other. You know, you can't have a really deep conversation when your face is covered, and learning how to support each other out there with the mask. It's definitely got its challenges. So I think they're just going to continue to get better and better and better.
Ava Martin serves it.
Nice spot. Get there.
Aquinas into the net, so it'll be point Washburn Rule, and DeLay will go back to serve. Good serve.
That was a great serve.
DeLay brings him back. Now down 4.
This is where at this point you got to go for it. It's 21-17. You got to be aggressive. They have too much offense to give them an easy ball.
Another good serve from DeLay.
Nice up.
Burrow there to dig it. Bien.
Nice block.
Looked like Ingram was there. Tyler Culler.
Nice swing. Great job off the sea. She just see the hand. That's what I was talking about earlier. If you can just swing high and hard at hands, you can score every time you swing your arm. And Culler does a really good job of that.
Aquinas 3 points away from this match. Off the tape. DeLay is there.
Nice spot.
Taylor Russell. Great court awareness.
That is a tough ball, too. I mean, she was pretty far off the net. It was kind of behind her head. I mean, you have to have a lot of confidence to tip that ball there. It's a great play.
Jada Ingram serves it for Washburn Rule. Bien.
Man, it's almost not fair. They served her, and then you knew she was going to get the ball. She just hangs up there and waits.
Aquinas 2 points away from this match. Shank serves it. It's a good one. Delay with a swing. Nice pickup from Ellie Smith. That one's wide. Now it's match points for Aquinas. Shank serves it. Right through the hands. Washburn Rural saves a match point.
Nice swing by Russell.
One at a time right here. Let's go.
Bien. Burrow with a nice dig.
Going back to her.
Bien again.
Oh, man, she tried for the finesse.
2 match points saved by Washburn Rural.
The good news is she's got a few more chances.
Bien takes that one.
Nice job coming down and playing that off the block by Ziegler.
Bien. The match goes to Aquinas. The Saints win it 25-20 in 3.
See there at the end of the game how they just kind of like looked at each other and waved? I mean, is that not just the most bizarre thing?
Well, in volleyball, of all the sports that we cover, the sportsmanship and the respect for each other is more so in volleyball than maybe any other sport you see. And so that, I know that's got to be tough, but it was an entertaining match to watch, and it was great volleyball action.
It was. I mean, you're going to see a lot of great things from both of these teams. You've got a veteran team in the Saints and a young, kind of growing, bustling team with the Lady Blues. And obviously the Blues are in 6A and the Saints are in 5A, so they won't have to match up at the end of the season, which I'm sure they're both happy about walking away from this match. But I mean, just a lot can be learned from this game, and I think that's what Bordewick's telling his kids right now is that, hey, you guys, you know what, you competed, you played hard, and we can get better. There's some things we got to work on. And same for the Saints, you can always learn.
All right, 2 of the best teams in the country and the state, obviously. Going at it, St. Thomas Aquinas wins it in 3. Nancy Dorsey, great to see you again. We will see you in the next match as your Thunder take on Spring Hill. Big thank you to our Spectrum Sports crew, led by our producer Joe Novacek. For Nancy Dorsey, I'm Leif Lysick. We will see you coming up as Spring Hill takes on St. James. That's coming up next on the St. James Volleyball Slam here on Spectrum Sports.